Guys, that's right. In today's video, I have the top 5 forgiving irons for mid-handicap golfers. Guys, we're going to kick things off straight away with what is the godfather of forgiving irons, the Taylormade P790 iron. Now, this is mid-handicap irons. Last week I did mid to high handicap irons. Next week we're going to go mid to low handicap irons. So guys, get in the comments below, what do you think should be in the top 5 forgiving irons for mid-handicap golfers? Let's talk a little bit more about the Taylormade P790. Now, you see, for me, the Taylormade P790 is the iron that kicked off this hollow body iron generation. Jam-packed full of speed foam, jam-packed full of technology, and lofts which are, well, pretty strong to get you that extra distance. So let's see how close we can get to this par 3 using the 8 iron. Then let's look at the long irons where they have even more technology jam-packed into them. Right, 8 iron, top line looks wonderful, little bit of offset. Didn't quite catch it, but again, middle of the green with one of the top 5 forgiving irons for 2022. I mentioned long irons. Let's have a look. Now, as we get to the long irons, you do start to see, even visually, different aspects of technology to help you with your game. We have that through slot speed pocket to help you generate more ball speed on off-centre hits in and around the face, and that generally does help you from 7 iron and above. Something which a lot of brands have taken on recently, and that really is why, for me, these beautiful, sexy looking irons are in at number 5 in the top 5 forgiving irons for mid-handicap golfers for me. They could be a lot higher, but it's a tough school this year. Now, I hear what you're all saying in the comments. James, if the Taylormade P790 is in at number 5, what on earth is numbers 4, 3, 2 and 1? Well, in at number 4, I have, do you get it, number 4? I was hoping that would lead in nicely. I have the Ping, not G425, I have the Ping i525 iron. You see, I really enjoyed the Ping i500 iron when they brought it out, but it was a little bit like they'd looked at Taylormade and gone, copy your homework, but not quite do it as good. Then we have the i525, and they've copied the homework, but absolutely nailed it. Let me explain. You see, with the Ping i525 iron, we do not only have a heat-treated forged face to make it feel that little bit softer, we also have that stunning HydroPearl 2.0 finish and a hollow body design to again help you generate more ball speed. Remember when I said the i500 copied the homework a little bit? Well, this is just a little bit better. Looking down at it, as you can see now, it looks absolutely fantastic. The top line isn't too thick, isn't too thin, and the offset's just about right for a mid-handicap golfer. This is the 4 iron. Can we play a nice big high draw down this fairway? Then we'll look at the shorter iron and see just why this isn't at number 4. That was actually a really good strike, and something that you can't really say for Ping irons in the past. It felt fantastic. Let's take a look at the short irons. Now, unfortunately there, that 4 iron has gone absolutely miles. It's gone way too far for me to hit the 6 iron that I have here to show you the mid irons or into the short irons even. And they look absolutely fantastic once again. I think the one thing that Ping have maybe done wrong here is they've got the G425 as well. So that kind of means, well, where does the i525 go? They have the G710, also the i210, and the iBlade and the Blueprint. Ping have loads of irons out here. I think these maybe were a little bit under the radar in 2022, which is why I really wanted to incorporate them in this video. We've got a long way in here. This looks so good down at the ball. It looks just forgiving enough. Blade length is wonderful, but it also looks compact enough for you mid-handicappers who want something a little bit sleeker. Go on. I've not struck that well, and you know what? That is up there and chasing towards the flag. That is quite scary. Guys, that is my number 4 of my top 5 forgiving irons for mid-handicap golfers. What's number 3? Let me tell you. We have had the Taylormade P790, we have had the Ping i525. It is time for a little bit of a change. In at number 3, we have the Cobra LTDX irons. Now guys, these are what our mid-handicap golfer Foxy uses. They're actually his clubs himself, and I was very, very torn between these and the Cobra King Forge Tech 2022 irons. For me, the Cobra King Forge Tech maybe are a little bit more mid to low handicap golfer. The LTDX are more for that mid handicap golfer. They have the power shell, they have that huge cavity back, they have lots of offset, and they also have that milled face, all while feeling not too bad. I won't say they feel fantastic. They certainly don't feel as good as maybe the Taylormades or the Pings, but generally you do get quite a bit more forgiveness on those off-centre hits. Right, let's see what we can do into this hole. I love the head shape of this. Quite a thick top line for anyone that likes it. Still in a nice package. Is it too late to take back what I said about feel? Because that felt absolutely phenomenal and is all over the flag. So one thing you do get with this if you do strike it offline is that tungsten weighting in the toe. That's designed to give you a little bit more MOI and a greater centre of gravity. That's number 3. Again, torn between those and the Cobra King Forged Techs. Spoiler alert, they'll be in next week's video. Okay, we are getting to the good bit. We're getting to numbers 2 and 1 of my top 5 forgiving irons for mid-handicap golfers. Guys, the next one you may or may not have heard of, but I've reviewed quite a lot of these clubs on the channel this year, the Takomo 101T irons. These are a hollow body construction. They are made with premium components, so we have a KBS shaft in here, we have a lambkin grip, and they're about half the price of all the other clubs in this bag. For me, that is a massive factor when determining my top 5 clubs or my top 3 clubs, obviously my top 2 clubs. They are a fantastic build quality, they feel exceptional, and if you didn't know the price of them or took the logo off, I don't think you'd really know what they are. So they're at number 2 for my top 5 forgiving irons. Let's see how close we can get to this one. This is a horrible little flag just tucked on top of that bank, and this 7-iron, so if we look down at this, I absolutely love how the blade length gets so close to that hosel. Top line looks wonderful, minimal offset, and fairly decent lofts on these. This is probably one of the best looking clubs out here in today's video. Look how high that's launched straight away. Piercing, that's just going right, is it? Oh, we've missed a green. The first green we missed today, but they are number 2 of my top 5 forgiving irons for mid-handicap golfers. They've got the looks, they've got the feel, they've got the price, but they're not number 1. What's at number 1? Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is going to make top 5 forgiving iron history. Today we have my number 1 forgiving iron for mid-handicap golfers, and there's a little bit of a difference here, guys. Let me explain on the tee. You see, this company has always made fantastic irons, fantastic feeling irons, fantastic looking irons, and this is no different. Guys, I've only had these a couple of weeks and they are brand new to the market, the Mizuno JPX 923 irons. You may think, but James, the hot metal iron is a mid to high handicap iron. Don't go anywhere. So we're going to start off on this par 3, and I have a mid iron. Nice and big, nice and forgiving, thick top line, plenty of offset, 160 yard shot into the wind. This looks like it's going to be so easy to play. Very easy to launch, middle of the green, what more could I want? Guys, Mizuno nailed these in the past with the 921 irons, and now we have the 923 Hot Metal and Hot Metal Pro. Guys, my number 1 forgiving iron for mid-handicap golfers is a split set between these Mizuno Hot Metals and the Hot Metal Pro. You go and get fitted, decide which club you want for your high irons, which club you want for your low irons, and then find somewhere in the middle where you can split this set. For me, that is one of the best things you can do. It makes you go and get fitted, it makes sure you get the right shaft, the right lie angle, the right loft options, and also the right head makeup with the Mizuno 923 irons.